Hello, everybody. Welcome to the episode of Destiny Rising. I'm gonna decide to actually do the Hell Heist story quests, but also before I do that, I have got some other things to do. Um, I've been busy. I've been busy just grinding materials and among other things. In preparation for when John Ward comes in to the game. Probably, hopefully. But you know, this is all I'm gonna save all this for that, more or less, for him. Same with this one. I'll just have to wait until I use that. Wait for all that stuff. Of course, I could always use my use all my stuff here for that, but you know, whatever. Anyways, for now, I'm deciding to just record some things first, like this.
He who can protect a thing has the real ownership of it.
So after we do all the legendary quests, whatever, we go ahead and start up with Hell Heist. Hell Heist, whatever. Oh, I still gotta kill you all? Oh, come on. Just die. Damn.
Between the sea and clouds, there is naught but lightning!
Come on. I wouldn't be surprised by Hell Heist story quest that all of it is high quality and whatnot, because of course with the character, but also limited edition with the character. But we need another no, we need our first limited edition male mythic character, just so we know. NetEase isn't putting all the effort on female characters, more so female mythic characters. So I'm yet to do any of the female legendary characters. But you know, soon there when I get there, we're just gonna have to see if NetEase is just being sexist and whatnot. Or if they're really just saving all of their resources to for the mythic characters, the limited edition mythic characters, anyways. I just say. That's what it seems like it would be.
energy has reached critical levels.
I have to save this one though.
I'm taking care of it.
Alright, we're good to go. Less than 2 minutes. I think. There's two missions I can do Rosie 11 on though. Very nice.
That's that.
As much as I don't really want to play as a hunter or whatnot, I'll still do it in this game. And not Destiny 2 because you know Destiny 2 is I have more of a choice. This one it's a character basis, so you know do that. But still, Jaren Ward, he's solar. He's about all that fire. So like yay, and all that stuff. Here we go. There we go. Need one more gold for this. I need 3 more for this. So four more golds in total. But who are our options for that? You. There's more than enough for that. More or less. But oh man, in like tomorrow morning for Guild Wars 2, the new DLC Vision of Eternity is gonna come out. Usually I don't record until I don't record a playthrough until I go through it on a character by myself. But I think I'm still gonna I think I'm just gonna record it still. Just for the sake of it, so I don't have to go through it multiple times. This early, I suppose. Whatever. Don't worry about it. Oh, mine is definitely not. My Akora is definitely not ready for this. And do I even want to pour resources to do it for it? But yeah, again, more people who use my Akora, the better.
You finally remembered to socialize, Ophiuchus.
But I don't want to use resources for this. But you know, I could still spare some resources, I guess. So what does Two Tall Fox do again? Well, besides the usual, but does do anything different here. Suppresses and cause damage over time. As a Volt Rocket, the Arc Rocket damage is increased to be equivalent of the other two. All rockets fired by Two Tall Fox deals 18% less damage. Right, versus, let's see here. More damage as a lower the health, and just more damage if the previous magazine didn't do more. I'll be fine here. I think it's mostly this stuff that I just need to change. Nothing wrong with that. Exactly. Here. No, that can do. Alright, how are we doing? Okay, so she meets the requirement now. Ooh, but I don't really want to use those. I need to save that for Giant Ward. So the only thing I can really do is weapons here. I don't want to use my exotic stuff just to grab this, and then to use what I got here. Use my whatever for the callus for this, because I'm not really gonna use Ikora. I mean, the only thing I could spare, right, is to so I don't really need to level up or whatnot, level her up or whatnot, just enough. I mean, I can just enough for what's needed, but nothing more. Come on. Find longfish. I know I already have a good amount of these anyway.
Have you been keeping cool?
And the only thing I really need to get for Ikora is the rocket launcher. Where is it? This. Nope. Nope. Good thing I'm gonna have a lot of these anyway, so it's not gonna matter too much. I wish I don't have to do this one at a time though. Ooh. Damn. Well, good thing for Ikora this will work because well, same. So I guess this works. 69.
Bye,
Nice.
dear.
Uh-oh, everything's being delayed. For some reason. won't do. That doesn't do either. Damn. I mean, this does. I'm not gonna fully upgrade or anything like that, because I'm just need to save it for Giant War and whatnot. Or I'm gonna go all in. So I'm not gonna go too crazy on these. I mean, I got the good roll on this one. High roll, good roll, whatever. I never really just when whenever an X character, male character, whatever comes around, can use these. Whenever that happens, anyways. Maybe a couple months before that happens. Oh god, that's really so well.
Have any plans, my lord?
What the hell's going on? Alright, anyway. Can I really afford to just... I mean, I could. Oh, it has to be ones I have acquired, and I haven't acquired that one. Which means I have to go through here. That are trying to get it randomly from somewhere. But that really isn't the point. That is the point here, though. The point here is just to go through this good enough.
I'll be sure to keep them in check, one black hole at a time.
But I don't think about most people are gonna be actually playing Ikora. They're like, I'm my own, so I don't have to worry about anyone else. Get the minimum. Yeah.
It's too late.
Fuck that up. I'm not gonna do that anymore.
Fewer problems in the way.
Oh, Going again. Everything going again. What's wrong with that shield? Yes. You gotta be joking me. Oh my god. This is the reason why I don't get gold, I swear. Probably see why people don't play Akura. We're so close to the end here, though. Thanks for wasting that. One more Nova. Among other things. Oh my god. So yeah, those two enemies earlier definitely run this. That was close. Could have been a whole lot better if these two enemies just weren't the requirement, or, you know, other things.
Now I'm feeling warmed up.
But yeah, it's fine. Still good. increase our roll power for all that. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. I'm not gonna really worry about this either. I don't really care too much because I'm never gonna get up here. I mean, I try. It's not working, man. Okay, let's see here. This goes on way.
Everyone, heed my commands, and together we shall defeat our.
I don't really do anything that great for Zone Way for the decals. Unlike my Rosie 11, which yes, I spent like a lot for him. Though we already discussed that. Look, I put a decal right here and then a decal right there.
So it was, and so it shall continue to be.
I didn't do anything that's too special. But I really hope Netty's buffs is on way. I mean, they have to. Like, a lot of people agree on that Zonway really needs a buff because he's underperforming compared to like everyone else. I mean, it doesn't mean you can't do great things, but
was your gravest mistake.
he really needs a. This is why I don't like him. Embassy is like. Really? Damn. You're not cost me gold. I'm not trying to go be the fastest. I know I'm not gonna be up for that. I just need gold. Well, I mean, silver will do, but you know, if I'm not gonna do gold, then I mean, why not, right? Right. Yeah, it's up a little better there. Oh yeah, that was definitely waiting.
Surges like the tide.
Get out of here.
This is but
3
the
minutes, count 3
beginning.
minutes. Or was it 3.5? more they need a buff. This ability doesn't do too much. They really need to buff that. I need Markellas for this kind of, or copies. So. I know making this longer than it needs to be. I'm saving them, but I know. Alright, I'm here.
There is no need for bellicosity. There are many more.
There we go. Alright, we have like one more. Then we can start with start doing the Hell Eye stuff. Alright, let's see if I can get gold again. Now I can do any of these characters, well maybe except Wolf. Let's just do someone that we haven't done yet.
Anyone up for cards after?
What are you doing?
That?
actually. Yeah, I shouldn't do that. Did it anyway. So everything could fall apart. Actually, I think I'm really doing that. Yeah, no, we're really doing that. But, you know, not letting me do anything. Okay, come on. A minute 13. That's all I have. That's all I need. There we go.
I like my
Frost could have been better, but you know. It is what it is. There we go. I have enough to use for something else. Other things. For Kalos. What was this? I'm already there. I'll need that, man. Alright, now it's for Helice.
Maybe I'll put my hair up.
I already seen a little bit of it.
Shoot down.
What is this? Hey there, Wolf. The great Lord Felwinter, you know, of Felwinter's peak fame and his tech officer are at the Heaven's Archives. Isn't that in old Russia? That's pretty far from here.
I'm not gonna howl for you. The name's a metaphor.
What would the Lord Felwinter come all this way for? Oh, who knows? Probably show off his latest invention. Like I was bits of a tech nut. Frankly, nobody among the Iron Lords came anywhere close to his level of enthusiasm. Here I thought he'd be holed up in his lab. Rod, I guess, wants to avoid this meeting, so he thinks he can send me instead. Actually, for him, I refuse. Why doesn't he want to go? Best not to get too curious about your superiors' interpersonal dealing there. Anyways, I need someone who can welcome him. Alright, I'll go. Yes. Well, at least we're gonna experience our first high quality mythic quests, which are apparently only restricted to limited edition characters and not just, well, limited edition mythic characters, that is, and not just mythic characters in general, apparently, for some reason. But it's probably because their quests and whatnot was made before the game was released and whatnot, and not during. And probably they're putting more resources into it because it's paid stuff, I guess, or you know, whatever. Oh, we go up. Okay. Hold on.
You might want to check your inventory.
Why? That's Felwinter and that's Hell Heist over there. Not my Hell Heist, who's looking like
My
this.
squad used to say I should get a hobby. Like what? Jigsaw puzzles? I don't see it.
I haven't fully built her or anything, but I don't really care much. You know, I'm also still saving my materials, as I already mentioned before, for John Ward, which I hope is a mythic character. He has to be a mythic character. He should be. But anyways.
The envoy you're looking for is here. I told you Radagast wouldn't come.
Hello, Wolf. This is Lord Felwinter, and I'm Hellhest. We're here from Felwinter Peak. I'm primarily responsible for the comms networks covering the Iron Lord's territories. A few days ago, I picked up a strange radio signal unlike those from any known human or even fallen device. Even with Felwinter Peak's considerable technology, we were unable to decipher the signal's contents. It was only by chance that we made out a series of coordinates.
It was you who figured it out, not we. I don't need such consolation. After we fully decrypted the signal, I want its encryption methods for my own. Once you've completed your investigation, that is.
Repeated calculations have shown the coordinates to be somewhere between Haven and the Old City, but the signal's range is too large. I can't look into this on my own. Wolf, I'd like to ask you to help investigate one area, then share your findings with me. Afterwards, we'll rendezvous here.
Sure, but, is your boss gonna come with us?
Hellhest can take care of this on her own. I have other matters to attend to.
No offense, but is he always like this?
Yes, he's very busy. Busier than any of us, in fact.
No, I meant... forget it. Let's head out.
Investigate the signal source. Well, we have an official model and whatnot for him. Official model and whatnot. And these are not the stuff I have on Hellheist, but you know, whatever. Official voice and model, even though
the signal source is just
whatever.
up ahead. Follow me.
Even though of course we already did have a official helmet model, among other things. So you know, whatever. So official voice, really.
The Fallen have completely taken over this place.
It's basically using the same old places. It's really unique here. But yeah, you have to use Same areas. Oh. Yeah. No. This. I want to generate ammo.
This looks like an escape pod?
I've never seen this model, though. It's not from Earth. Can you scan its black box?
Let's see. I found the log from before it crashed. You were right. Its origin point was somewhere in the asteroid belt. Its mothership belongs to an Awoken organization. When they flew into Earth's orbit, they placed an unknown device into the escape pod, then ejected it.
An unknown device? But the pod is empty. Can you find out what it was?
No, that information is protected. And I can't break through the security layer.
Awoken from beyond Earth and a highly classified device. That's quite unsettling. See if you can find any other clues around here, Grom. We need to find whatever they loaded in here.
Hellhest, look. Fallen footprints. They may have taken the device away. The footprints lead deeper into the old city. Follow me.
Follow you? Bitch, who do you think you are?
The signal's getting stronger. It's just up ahead.
Same old library we've been to before.
Watch out for those red lasers. The signal's right below. Let's go take a look. Give me a moment, and I'll shut it down.
What's this?
This looks like a projector. I can't turn it on.
Let me try. Look out, Hellhest. We've got enemies behind us.
I'm gonna be busy. I'm gonna be busy for the next 24 hours or something like that, but not busy on my project. Well, that's okay. I can probably skip a day or two. It's not gonna be too big of a deal. Well, it shouldn't be, anyways.
Well?
Ugh, nothing. I tried rebooting it, but it still won't activate. The hardware's damaged.
Any progress on your end, Hellhest?
We found the device emitting the signal, but we'll need to inspect its structure further.
How about taking it to Donovan over at the Armory? He's always the one who helps us with any tech problems.
Turn to Haven. Oh, there you go. There's my Hell Heist. Hell Heist. I just decided to dress her in pink. Mostly because that's all I can. Where you get this one? Oh, really? It's from the draw pool, huh? And we can't get these yet. But that's interesting. That this is a... That we now have an extra slot here for this. And we could just wear this the whole time. Apparently, from right here.
Should make me lighter on my... More aerodynamic. Should make me lighter on my feet.
That probably goes with this.
More aerodynamic.
Bitch, shut up. No, it's not. Okay, anyway, we're getting distracted here.
So this is the machine you found? All right. Let's see a master at work.
Ha! Interesting. I've never seen a Woken technology like this. I mean, look at it. Exquisitely made, sleek novel. What buffoon would smash it like this?
It was loaded into a launched escape pod and it took a little damage on the landing.
A little?
A little.
Sure, and nuclear detonation is just a little bang, right? I mean, I swear, you light bearers are purposefully obtuse sometimes. Let me see. I could force it to start up, but only forcibly.
It's... a girl?
This is no normal projector. It has records of biological consciousness inside, making it more of a mind laid out on a petri dish, then grafted onto a supercomputer. You know what that implies, don't you? The girl should be a living person, or at least has the mind of one.
Should be?
Should be. Of course, the crash has rendered it a bunch of damaged parts now. A shame. This was a creation nearing the pinnacle of...
Wait, that's Marsov.
Technology.
But you can fix it, right?
Oh, one thing at a time, miss. I mean, I don't even know your name. What obligation do I have to help you?
Oh, I'm not asking if you'll fix it for me. What I mean is, are you able to?
Of course. Are you doubting me?
Come on, she doesn't mean it that way.
Of course she does. All right, fine. Very well. I accept. Now, if you don't mind, please leave. I need to get to work. I'll contact you once I've made progress.
That's Marsov.
Why am I the only one with an animal name?
I could let see that. That's basically Marsov, but the but more akin to Destiny, the Destiny 1 model. More or less. I haven't played Destiny 1, but you know, I've seen it. Because, you know, my name's by videos. So, you know, that stuff. Who the hell is giving me notifications right now? Let me see. Right, okay. Alright, anyways. I have an update. Maybe a Haven. Who's this? Bitch. Next thing you asked me to fix your Awoken Corruption, can you at least remember my name is? Apologies, I rarely receive personal messages. I'm on my way. Whoa. What am I doing? Ugh. Can we... Oh yeah, it's possible just to get up there. Yeah. could be possible. But no time for that.
I fixed most of the broken parts, but some of the damage to the hardware resulted in an irreversible data loss. Meaning you can start it up now, but it's incomplete. You'll need to find a way to restore any corrupted or missing data.
Thank you. I tried accessing its built-in permissions and detected that its system hibernation has ended. It's running normally now. But why is there no response when I try to start it?
Your familiarity with awoken technology is admirable, miss. But have you considered that this device has been in hibernation for years now and needs a good charge? And I presume you'll need a compatible converter, which you can find at the archives.
All right then.
Alright. What the? Wait. Oh, what the hell was that? Okay. How do you recreate? Recreate. That was weird. Okay, I can't recreate it. That was I don't know what caused that. It's like you're sliding, but it's just T-pose or something like that. Frozen in time.
It can start up, Hellhest. But why do I get the feeling something's wrong?
Have you come to kill me?
What? No. Wait, there must be some misunderstanding. I'm Hellhest, and this is Grom. We're currently in Haven, a city under Lord Radagast's protection. You're safe here. Did you encounter some sort of danger?
Grom? A lord? And you've become a light bearer, I see. Of course. There have been some misunderstandings. My apologies. I am the White Queen, and I am from the Reef, an awoken settlement far from Earth that is inaccessible to outsiders, protected from alien invasions. The Reef's technology developed far more rapidly than Earth's. One faction among the Awoken, the Outreachers, wishes to use our technology to help Earth recover, to unify our disparate people. I am the leader of that faction.
Their leader? But you look like, well, like a little girl.
This image is simply a vessel for a consciousness. I could be a child, or I could be an adult. I could even be you, or her. I could be an amalgamation of millions of minds. I could be anyone. That's one of the reasons I am their leader. Because I can be a bridge, connecting the consciousness of all.
Outreach. Connection. That is what we seek. For a long time, I have been wondering how we can unite all of humanity. If your goal is, as you say, to bring awoken technology back to Earth, then maybe I can help you.
Apologies, Hellhest, but I'm afraid I'll have to disappoint you. I didn't come to Earth to fulfill my mission. Rather, I fled here. In actuality, the true Queen of the Reef belongs to the Isolationists, the faction that opposes ours. They do not wish to compromise the Reef's independence by revealing its existence, nor do they wish to involve themselves in Terran conflicts. I fled in that escape pod because the Queen's operatives were coming to assassinate me.
So, the escape pod landed here alone, and the mothership's whereabouts are unknown.
But at least you brought hope. And that hope has fallen here on Earth. We share the same goal.
I suppose we do, Hellhest. Hellhest. If you could restore and upgrade my previously stored data, I could rally my companions and carry out our mission. Together, we could bring awoken technology to Earth and rebuild its civilization. I stored a portion of my data in the driver module on the mothership, but we'll need to find the crash site first.
The nearest aeronautics campus is in Jiangxi Metro. Records of all monitored flights within Earth's orbit are stored there.
Then let's be off.
Okay, that's interesting. But that seems like an even younger version of Marasov, like a child. Though, in all fairness, I mean, this is the Dark Ages. But who knows?
If we can learn the escape pod's flight trajectory, we can then deduce where the mothership crashed. We'll need direct access to the aeronautics campus's mainframe to view that datagram.
Now this is the stuff I have here, which I have a almost fully upgraded Trinity Eagle. I just need to do all this, but I'm saving resources now. I know I can just use this and whatnot, and it's gonna be even better damage. But you know, Trinity Eagle, come on, it's Trinity Eagle, and I got this. I got one of the looks here, so I mean, cool. But this will be actually better DPS wise, really. This isn't a perfect one though. None of these are. Oh well, anyways. There's no way to worry those. I wasted too much of the materials that I need to save for. Darn Ward.
Actually, I wanted to ask you, can we really trust this White Queen?
I inspected the device's internal mechanics, and she's no AI or whatever. She's a real, living consciousness. As far as I know, there's nothing on Earth that could blast a mind to a machine and form such a biological cluster. Not even Lord Felwinter would be able to do such a thing. It's a level of technology far exceeding what humanity is currently capable of. If we could use what the Reef has developed, it's worth a try at least.
What I mean is, if she's not actually...
Then I'll deal with her.
Oh, is this area? Okay.
This is the place. I can get around the firewall to gain access. The alarm! Watch out for falling!
There's always an alarm. What the hell's a scope?
This is the escape pod signal.
We can simulate the trajectory of its descent, just like this. Its trajectory is completely consistent with the one picked up here, but the origin is further away than we'd imagined. It seems the escape pod launched while it was still above the atmosphere.
Aha! I found the mothership's coordinates, Hellhest. It crashed near Felwinter Peak.
Ooh.
Wait a second. Felwinter Peak?
Is something wrong?
No. Just some coincidences.
Copy the coordinates and flight path, Grom. I need to report this to Lord Felwinter.
Ooh, are we actually gonna go to Felwinter's Peak? Or somewhere close to it, anyways?
Tell me you've made some new discoveries. So you're saying the Awoken have a hidden, technologically advanced enclave, and they've split into two factions based on whether they should help Earth. The faction that refused to help won, which resulted in the defeated faction's damsel in distress falling to Earth. And she's the one who sent the signal. I suppose the signal being of Awoken origin explains things. I never imagined they had such a tale. Scori never mentioned it to me. I wonder if she even knows. Or if she was too busy writing those dreadful songs of hers.
It's the White Queen.
You do realize this name sounds straight out of a fairy tale, right?
Whether it's the White Queen herself, or her ship, or the distress signal she sent. None of the technology is of Earth origin. At the very least, we can confirm the reef exists. And they're far more advanced than us.
But is she telling the truth about her goal? For all we know, she may simply have fled to Earth with her tail between her legs following her faction's defeat, trying anything she can just to delay her impending punishment. Why should we involve ourselves in the Awoken's political conflicts? Earth has more than enough messes to deal with.
I am an Awoken, my lord.
Yes, but when you were reborn, you lost any knowledge of your past. You know nothing of these Reefborn struggles.
And that's precisely why we need more intel and allies. I followed you ever since I first arose in the light. From your days as simply Felwinter to your rise as an Iron Lord. And while we both believe that the Iron Lords have their flaws, they can still change our world. But over time, I've come to realize, even if the Iron Lords are rebuilding humanity, they're doing so in a hurried, hapless manner. We often ignore the hopes of the minority to bring peace to the majority. I've seen too many tragedies and inequalities ignored by the blind sense of fairness. People hurt and misrepresented, leaving us broken and distrustful. We can't keep crushing people's dreams if we want humanity to be truly united.
This is where your desire to connect humanity comes from.
Yes. I've tried doing it my way, but I've never succeeded. If anything, I'm a long way from success. And it will require more than just my efforts to reach it. Individual efforts are minuscule in the face of such a massive goal. But if we had a chance to connect with more allies, then I wouldn't hesitate to take the first step. Perhaps calculating the White Queen's distress signal wasn't a coincidence, but a calling. This is what I've been looking for. A chance to reunite the Awoken and Earth.
Sometimes, Fellspring makes baseless claims trying to rile me up. Such as, Hellhest is more qualified to be an Iron Lord than you. She has both outstanding technical skills and a sense of responsibility far surpassing yours. That sort of thing. And while your technical skills are no match for mine, and our understandings of responsibility are completely different, sometimes you do astound me. If you truly insist, give it a try. I won't be able to help you for a time, though. I have a more troublesome matter to deal with.
Not even the slightest bit of help, my lord? We found where the White Queen's mothership crashed. The coordinates, they're at Felwinter Peak. Would you be able to pinpoint its specific location?
You're certain it's these coordinates?
There's something wrong?
Hellhest, this is where I found you all those years ago, when you'd been reborn as a Lightbearer. I'll contact you later.
He drops a bomb like that, then poof, he's gone. I'm feeling more and more uneasy about this, Hellhest.
No matter what, we need to face it.
Actually, maybe that isn't a young Marisol. Maybe it's a young Hillhurst. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just blowing things out here. So I don't know. I traced the coordinates that you found, and they do indeed point to the crash of Organ ship. One I've known about for quite some time. Back when I found it, I dismantled what was still intact. Most of its parts are stored inside the temple. So it's true, you found this wreckage before. Not only that, near the crash site, that is also where I found you. Once you're ready, return to Felwinter's Peak.
Didn't expect
Faster
that to be
the
so
better.
hard.
I'm on
I
my
think
way.
the gyroscope needs immediate calibration.
Ooh, can we actually go? Are we actually? Ooh, are we going? Hey. I mean, this is the PvP map, but that PvP map connects to Felwinter's Peak, of course. Forgot the name of the PvP map, but you know, usually in the PvP map, this part is closed off. So, you know, it's here. Hey.
Traces of fallen movement up ahead.
Also, get out of here.
Wanted us to hurry up. A fallen invasion.
Yeah, where's the other island lords though?
No signs of an enemy attack yet.
Go check inside the temple ground. We need to get to work.
We'll need to unlock the 3 security programs Lord Felwinter set in order to open the door.
Oh, we're only like a little over halfway now. You know, it's kind of weird. I was expecting more quality, like in Estella's intro quests and whatnot, in like Gwen's. So I'm wondering why is it why is the quality drop for Hell Heist? I don't know. Maybe it's just random, but it's
honestly, I get
more
the
safe for
feeling Lord
elsewhere.
Felwinter doesn't need to worry about Fallen invading at all. These puzzles he made are way scarier than any Fallen.
Ugh, what a waste of time. Help me connect to it, Grom. I'll modify the program directly.
Right. Come on, I want to have fun.
It's unlocked.
Do you still remember when you first found me, Grom?
Yeah, the place looked like a battleground, and you were covered in bullet holes and blood. And there was a crashed ship nearby.
Look at this. Never seen the inside of this place. But of course, I never played Destiny 1, so the only thing I get are just images or whatnot. Okay, that's right, I guess. I think that's supposed to be Lord Saladin, Philip Winter. Don't know who you are. Don't know who you are. I think that's supposed to be Jolder. Jesus. I didn't get to. Oh wait, these are for other Iron Lords. I said something about Timur, but those are like rolled up, so that means that they're gone. Similar. It's quite too fast. Granora, unavailable. Dryden, currently unavailable. That was all the ones that are unavailable. Ifrit, the free for the strength. Okay, that was that. Okay, that's Ifrit, right? Alright, I remember that name. It's supposed to be Jolder.
Be brave enough to sacrifice, and brave enough to win.
It is through our deeds that we become truly immortal.
Oh, that's a true story.
Here's the storage
Didn't know that
module.
one.
Discarding it here is very Lord Fellwinter style.
Can I keep going through these?
An open hand to humanity. A closed fist to evil.
Never stop moving forward, for those journeys have ended.
Fools speak too much.
Okay. Anyways, before anything ruins anything, I want to see. I'll go through here. There's a little too much fog in here, I think. Hello. Okay, nothing too special around here though. But had a look. Had a look.
The good news is, it's in mint condition. Awoken Tech really is something. After all this time, it can still start up smoothly. Inside is... Huh?
I'll wake the White Queen up.
Wait, Hellhest. There's a recording stored inside. It looks to be surveillance footage from the night of the crash. I only saw a snippet, and maybe I was mistaken, but I...
Easy now, Grom. What happened? I've never seen you so flustered. What was recorded?
I'm not sure. We'll need to find something to play the whole recording on. But no matter what, you need to watch it.
Return to Haven and view the recording. Let me guess. Let me guess. The White Queen is actually her. But, of course, she's not the Queen, Marasov. Right? What is this? I'm probably guessing too much, though.
Ask Marasov just how long she plans to cower away in the reef. But your mission was a failure as well. For you will not find her. I was once a member of the Reef's isolationists. And the assassin who came to kill the White Queen. I died near that ship. And then you revived me.
Should we hide this part first? If we use it to upgrade the White Queen, she'll recover this portion of her memories.
No, that agent isn't me. Whatever she stood for died with her. She doesn't reflect what I've experienced, my stance, or my choices. Just like I chose to believe the White Queen's reason for coming. She can choose whether to trust me once she knows the full truth.
I understand. You know I'll always support your decisions, Hellhest.
Yikes.
The entries here are mostly Lightbearers' observations, or old records discovered during their journeys. Once we archivists sort through and summarize them, they're uploaded here.
We found the storage module from the mothership and installed it for you. But before we start the upgrade and maintenance program, there's something you need to know. Once you do, you can choose whether you want to continue working with me or not.
If you're referring to your past as an operative, I already know.
What?
I've had far too many run-ins with you as a crow, and I didn't lose that portion of my memory.
So that's why you asked if we'd come to kill you when we first met?
Yes. But once I found out you'd been reborn as a Lightbearer, and now serve the Iron Lords, I realized the value of cooperating with you. As you are now, I carry the future of too many people on my shoulders, and every step I take must be carefully considered. Additionally, I've been observing you while we've been working together. Seeing as you chose to tell me the truth, I think we can truly cooperate now, free of any grudges.
Thank you. You have no idea how much that means to me. So this storage module isn't your lost memories?
No. It contains messages from our scattered Outreacher members. With the help of more advanced communications technology, I could send a signal to summon them all back. But doing so would announce the activity of the Outreachers on Earth and reveal the Reef's existence to the world. With the Outreachers at the head, we would be leaving the Reef and beginning our quest to unite humanity. Now the choice falls to you, Hellhest. Will you help me send that signal?
Hellhest?
I need to report this matter to the Iron Lords. All of the Iron Lords I can contact.
Oh my god, what was the model right there? Choices. No. We got Felwinter, Saladin, we got Radagast, and then there's like 3 whatevers around here. So I think one of them's supposed to be Joler here or whatnot. And then another one's already dead though, but whatever.
I received your message and gathered as many of the Iron Lords as I could on short notice. Yolder and Ephrodite are too busy, and Scori did not accept my call. She's likely off composing another ballad on one of her personal retreats. For now, we will consider the Iron Lords convene. We understand the situation. but there is still much to be discussed. This matter is not nearly as simple as rallying a few lords. Deciding to accept the White Queen means bringing the Outreacher Awoken into the fold. Both sides would be exposed. There would be no turning back. And doing so may mean inviting political strife, all while we're trying our hardest to fend off alien invasions.
Let's make matters a bit clearer. At present, a group of Awoken have come out of nowhere, claiming they're from the Reef, and want to use their advanced technology to help us. It sounds no different from the promise a pure and harmless Ahamkara would make. And just as I wouldn't trust an Ahamkara to be virtuous, so too do I not trust this White Queen's reason for coming.
We inspected their crashed mothership. She was indeed hunted down by the Crows, an organization of operatives working under Queen Mara Sov. Her arrival on Earth was neither premeditated nor planned.
You may have a strong understanding of electronics, Helhest, but your understanding of political schemes is lacking.
You can't consider things from another angle, Saladin. Regardless of what her motives are, the Awoken technology she brought is real. If your conservatism could accelerate the progress of Earth's civilization, then you'd have my unwavering support.
Enough. Helhest, I think we need more proof and more details.
All right. I have a recording.
Wait, Helhest. Your past identity.
I'll take responsibility for all I've done. If it means even a little more hope of making a connection, it's worth it.
So my Iron Wolf is a former Crow operative. A surprise, to be sure. But the writing was indeed on the wall.
Thank you for having the courage to show us this, Helhest. I think it will bring us closer to understanding the truth.
It's also shown us how discordant these Awoken of the Reef are. Do you truly trust a faction embroiled in a civil war to help humanity out of the goodness of their hearts and expect nothing in return?
I choose to trust Lord Saladin. When the White Queen first opened her eyes and saw me, she instantly recognized me as the Crow sent to assassinate her. But then, she saw hope in my new identity as a Lightbearer. She chose to trust me, just like how I chose to trust you all and played a recording representing my past. What cannot be denied is that this world has become exhausted. Progress is slow, and it comes at a great cost. Our salvation always comes with sacrifice. But now, humanity needs to be connected if we're going to rebuild civilization. And the Awoken are still human. They need our trust.
You may very well be right. But right now, this decision cannot be made by the Iron Lords as individuals. The people of Viridia are relying on me to protect them. And until I can ensure these outreachers and isolationists won't drag my people into their conflict, I cannot work with the White Queen. I wish you success.
This is the first time I've seen you so persistent, Helhest. I vote yes.
I cannot completely trust the White Queen, but Helhest is right. As it stands now, humanity can and must be connected, and that requires faith in our fellow man. On behalf of Haven, I'll offer you the support to make your choice. If you need anything, Helhest, you can contact me directly.
This is the best outcome I could have hoped for.
Of course. Now, go do what you wish, Helhest.
Do you truly trust the White Queen, my lord?
When I was still alone on Felwinter Peak, a woman named Earthy, a mortal, climbed to the summit. She told me that, seeing as I defeated the territory's former warlord, I was their new ruler, and they would pay for my protection. I did not choose to rule over them, I thought. Why should I protect them? But she had posed the question. With all the power and technology I had at my disposal, why wouldn't I protect humanity? Her words struck a chord. If one day humans could use those ancient technologies to protect themselves, then there would be no need for Iron Lords and Warlords. I've spent nearly my entire life researching human civilization and technology, yet those of the Awoken remain a mystery to me. You understand it though, Hellhast. The one I trust is not the White Queen, but you. Nobody, not me or the Iron Lords, nor you or the White Queen can rebuild human civilization through their efforts alone. We're nothing but countless rough shards, clumsily trying to piece together a new era.
To connect everything.
To connect everything.
Okay. How far are we now? I see. We're almost there. Almost done. 2 more things. Meet me at the armory. Hopefully you remember who I was this time. Of course, it's a Donovan. I may not know of it. Over right there. Nope. Okay. Resolve. Hello there.
Lord Radagast wants me to help you find a way to... what was it? Yes, spread that signal. If you want to quickly emit a signal to all reaches of the planet, or even further, then you'll need to use the antenna array in my lab. However, it's constantly at max capacity, as it's also used to sustain the shifting gate's operations. In order to send your signal, we'll need to make a sector of the shifting gate run at a lower frequency for a time, generating excess energy. Lowering the frequency must be done at sub-terminals within the sector, though. Remote operation would crash my primary supercomputer. Once the frequency is reduced, you'll need to run back to the lab to send the signal. Any slower and who knows what terrible things might happen.
I understand. Let's be off.
You actually understood all that? Oh, you're much smarter than Beowulf. Oh, right. As a little gift, I've linked that digital Awoken friend of yours to your comms channel. I presume you'll have much to chat about, yes?
That's a huge help. Thank you.
Had to do shifting gate.
I will still seek my past. Even if what awaits me is a pit or a swamp, I won't stop.
Just up ahead.
What is this? I don't remember Trinity Gold being like this. It's a little bit darker. Yeah, I don't really use Trinity Gold that much in this A2. 9 more anyways.
That takes care of
9 more.
2 more to go.
I'm not sure how you managed to convince the Iron Lords, but I'm very surprised. And thankful, too.
I wasn't able to convince all of them. Some among them worry you'll involve innocent people in your conflict with the Queen.
What if I told you the Queen and I are not entirely on opposite sides? The Crows' assassination attempt led many to believe Mara Sov a staunch isolationist. But a select few know that she's actually neutral. She doesn't reject her former kin. In fact, she wants to protect those who wish to leave. She simply has more to consider given her status and responsibilities.
Wait, then why did she want to kill you? And how do you know all of this?
Answering that would require a much longer explanation.
Keeping information, huh?
Just 1 sub-terminal left. Link me to it. I'll need some time to operate this thing.
I'll cover you.
Why this one in particular?
There really is no end to these things.
Well, this is nothing.
The frequency's lowered. We need to hurry back to the lab, Hellhest.
All right.
White Queen, and you, Hannah. I know what you're doing. My crows have had their eyes on you this entire time. But I'm also very curious as to whether this broken planet can truly accept you. White Queen, prove to me that when humanity reaches a dead end, the people will still join hands. I look forward to your performance.
Okay. That's Marsov.
Donovan has completed a full repair and restart for me. Now, I can talk freely with you.
Was it a difficult process? It's been nearly a week since we left the shifting gate, after all.
No, I think he was simply reluctant to do it. He discovered I'd infiltrated the shifting gate system and edited the environmental code. After that, he was a tad bit, upset.
I can imagine how that went.
Still, I'm very grateful to him for helping us. And at least the signal went out, right?
Yes. With Lord Radagast's help, I've contacted all of our surviving members and given orders to rally. A ship will soon arrive to take me away. Then, we will find a suitable place to settle down and carry out our mission. Thank you for your help, Hellhest. Feel free to contact us anytime.
My pleasure. But were you truly able to let it all go? You know, facing me, a former Crow operative who took your allies' lives.
There are few rights and wrongs in life, Hellhest. Merely choices and stances. Your past self may have chosen to stand with the Crows. But now, you've chosen to stand with humanity. For me, knowing this is enough.
I still don't know why I joined the Crows back then. But now, standing where I am, I've worked towards this for a long, long time.
There is one last thing I must warn you of, Hellhest. Do you remember in the shifting gate, when I told you it was the Crows who came to assassinate me?
You mean it wasn't the Queen, but the Crows themselves?
Yes. As I understand, the Queen simply wanted to bring me back, but the Crows wanted me dead. I suspect the power struggle within the Crows had already begun at that point. They may be an intelligence network working under her, but they seem to have their own agenda and operate in secret. This extends to the conflict between the Outreachers and the Isolationists. The two sides were intentionally pushed to the extremes.
But what for?
That I don't know. None of these tendencies seem to be unknown to the Queen. She must be using them all to her own advantage. Very skillfully, might I add. Then, when all is said and done, she will hold all of the chess pieces in the palm of her hand.
You seem to understand the Queen very well. And even though you stand opposed to her, you've never doubted her stance.
You saw Morozov's face in that video, did you not? You don't think we look a tad bit similar?
What do you mean?
You chose to confide in me. So I will choose to confide in you. An excellent politician never leaves themselves without choices. I am one of her backup plans.
I think I understand.
I quite like your intelligence, Halhest. That's why I must remind you, as an intelligence network, the Crows will not let any bit of information slip through their talons. This leads them to control their operatives by any means necessary. They've likely already set their eyes on you. While the Queen is watching how the chess pieces fall, you must be cautious and avoid getting caught up in their conflict again.
Thank you for the reminder. I'll be careful.
Now then, I've completed all missions at hand, save for one. Bidding you farewell. I hope we can meet again.
I'm sure we will. When the time comes to witness a new era.
Okay. And that's Helhest. Also Helhest's side quest. The story quest. Though I was expecting the quality to be more akin to previous things. But apparently it was not. But you know, oh well, I guess. I guess the quality is just here and there, hit and miss. Oh jeez, I got all this. Yeah. Writing and raise tell us proficiency to Adept 2. Let's just see here. I'm not gonna read all that.
The first step toward change is always the hardest. Everything else is easy.
Luna, the left wing frame is prone to accumulating dust, resulting in partial flight trajectory deviation. Replacing the carbon fiber kit has reduced cleaning frequency. I discussed this possibility of installing an investigation function with Donovan. His eyes lit up, and he demands I leave Luna with him for a while. The look on his face was concerning, as I found a way to politely decline. Nova, ultramagic noise has been appearing with greater frequency recently. Attempts at cutting and restoring the internal circuitry have yielded no noticeable results. Bizanet suggests I place Nova and Flux at two ends of the lab while performing maintenance. Sure enough, it turns out Flux weak electromagnetic signal was impacting Nova. I now understand why Kaber doesn't want his meerkat around Haven's cats. Flux. Actually, I prefer a smaller frame. I tried swapping all electromagnetic emitter models to adjust its body, but all of them affects Flux's functional to some degree. I have no choice but to accept his current size. However, this prevents me from taking Flux out with me sometimes, and often means coming home to find he's made a mess of my communication device signals. Let's see. Oculus. Personally, I find it quite redundant to install similar functions with high overlap on different drones, given both are, to some extent, capable of projecting holograms. I asked Grom if I could simply integrate Oculus into her shell.
Fallen human,
She went silent for a
doesn't
moment,
matter.
then refused, saying,
all
"I'm a
know
ghost,
how
not a
jealous you
hermit crab." An interesting statement, I think. Was she telling a joke? Surge. This is the only one I could be at ease with. I don't bring him out, but I don't need him to fight or anything. He just needs to guard my residence? He never fails to live up to my expectations. I can find evidence of him roaming in every corner of the home. I must commend the inventor of the Robo Vacuum. They truly are one of the greatest minds this world has ever seen. Oh my god, a Roomba.
I feel like I'm being watched. Claudia?
Subject,
is there any
help.
area for X's?
Recipient, Hellist, sender, Wolf. Thanks for the message, and pass along my request wishes to your friend for me, yeah? I looked through the list of gifts you included. I think 2 of them could work in a pinch, but the other 18 aren't exactly suitable for the gifts. If you ask me, though, I don't think you need to be so nervous. It's just a birthday party, you know. Even if you show up empty-handed, I'm sure just giving a toast with a thoughtful blessing will show you care. Just in case, I had Zeb search the Haven forums for some popular well wishes and attach them here. I haven't had the chance to look at them myself, but I hope I help you. Attachment. 8 blessings for new lights. reply help. Recipient Wolf, sender Hellist. Apologies, I'm now only seeing the missed message when she was looking over it. Grom thought it was a spam and actually put it into the trash folder. Thank you for your help, Wolf. But as the attachment contents, I can't help but find them a bit questionable. Based on whatever that is, 10 to the 6 power root simulation, the aircraft you selected has a percent chance of crashing. For your safety, we enabled emergency oxygen mask preloading program. Is this supposed to be a blessing or a safe journey? Grom says it sounds like it belongs to a Noah Corpse flight insurance ad. Heart rate analysis indicates your risk of organ failure this year has decreased by 8% compared to the previous year, and the Thoran tread has weakened. This is certainly worth the celebration. I see this one is labeled as birthday blessing. Maybe it's popular among younger people. It does seem very quirky after all. I tried reading the first 20 earnestly, but I wasn't able to find anything worth using. Grom has demanded I stop reading this file and asked me to pass along this message. Stop downloading files from this reputable website, Zev. It's okay.
Why can't you use your power to help people?
Let's see here.
This is my
Old dream.
light. I'll use it however I want.
When she entered, I was sitting in front of the hearth, lost in thought. She placed the lamp on the table, then lowered her head, setting up the meal placed there. Bright days were a rarity in the reef. Despite my feeling as though there's one of these rare days, she still carried the strange light with her. It remained turned on, its pale glow ensuring the meager foods on the plate were in full view. Shouldn't you eat something a little more, I don't know, substantial? She asked with a laugh. Substantial? Just whatever, substantial? I heard myself question why. She was clearly right before me as she spoke, and I could see her lips form the words. Yet her voice came at me from all sides. To celebrate, she said. Celebration, I seem to understand. We were celebrating my departure from this place. But once I left, where would I go? She was still picking at the food with a somewhat exasperated look on her face. Be sure to trim the roots and stems next time you cook these. And you can't put fish into the pot without removing the scales. You should learn to look after yourself, you know. Look after myself, I asked her. Where will I go? She stopped for a moment, stunned, and then put down her cutlery. They only choose you. As for me, I don't know. Maybe I'll seek refuge with someone else. There will always be a place for me for me to rest. The conversation, the conversation, messy logic, and all continued. I asked her, "Do you think we can change things here?" Here, she smiled as she made a small circular gesture in reference to the room. You're not the only You're not only changing things here, Carla. Her hand stayed in the air, this time drawing a bigger circle. You're going to change the whole reef. I repeated what you said with voice in your whisper. Change the whole reef. She didn't respond, so I turned my gaze to the window. Time flows faster than I imagined. Just before the light of the second dawn could peek through, she called to me. Carla, look at me, she said. Buzzing echoes through my head. She was sitting in front of the window, back facing the light. I couldn't make out her face, but I could see her lips opening and closing. The queen believes in you, follows you. Follow her, and you'll find what you're looking for.
Why can't you use
Don't rely on me anymore. Don't think of me anymore. Don't. What she said afterward was unclear.
I'll use it however I want.
I seemed to have opened my mouth, but I couldn't hear my voice through the sharp ring piercing my ears. I reached out to grab her, and surrounding scenery flew away. Carla. Hellhest. My eyes fell open, and I sat up on my bed. When I rose and took a seat before the table, Grom hastily hovered back and forth behind me, asking if I was alright. I didn't know how to answer her. The cold sweat drenching my skin and the rapid beating of my heart told me that this was something terrible. But I had a record. But I had to record this dream. I had to record every word, every sentence before I forgot them all. Let's see here. The camera turns on, showing nothing but black at first. Eventually, I focus on two figures all throughout the video. The frame moves up and down, as if the camera is floating in midair, unable to find a focal point. A second later, a male voice is heard crying out from a figure crawling on the ground. How did you find me? Did she send you? The standing figure speaks with a familiar female voice. Please calm down and tell me your name. I'll help you. You're lying. It's a trap. It's all a trap. Wait, what trap? I know you. You're Sorella. She sent you. Let me guess. Hellhest's real name is original name is Sorella. Anyways, lives here. What are you talking about? Who is she? She's the one pulling all the strings. I can't escape her. Neither can you. What does she want to Why does she want to capture you? Because I lost my usefulness, and you'll be in the same boat soon. The standing figure kneels down and reaches out as if to grasp the other shoulder, but he howls as he rolls across the way.
Maybe I'll put my hair
Don't take me. Stop doing her bidding. You'll end up just like me. I don't know what you're talking about. Please calm down and return to Fellwinter Peak with me. You'll be safe there, I promise. Safe? Yes. No matter who is hunting you down, I won't let you die. Die? Is that her reward? What? You know her as well as I do. That waiting for me is 100 times worse than death. The figure on the ground convulses and huddles, his right hand pulling down on his clothes. The camera violently shakes, and there was an anxious female voice coming from above. Hellhest.
What does it matter?
The kneeling figure stretches out a hand and tries to stop him, but it was too late. All she can do is watch the wide eyes as the curled up man before her pulls a gun from his clothes, stuffs the barrel in his mouth, and pulls the trigger. Bang! The camera trembles as it hurled over. It circles the man's bullied head twice before the female voice from above speaks. What do we do? The trail's gone cold. There's a lengthy pause, then the kneeling figure stands Let's go, Grom. We'll find a new lead eventually. The camera shakes again and sends us. And the circular it cuts to black. Whatever. Can't read, man.
Everything else is easy.
Yeah, this is weird. An article that has been printed out with a unprofessionally sententious tone. It was clearly come from a commercial site of no real repute, but it has been carefully folded and tucked into a dirty anyway. Heavy blow dealt to Outreachers. Suspicion surrounding leader. Bizarre death cleared. Crows shadow loom. Power vacuum triggers regional unrest. In recent days, the Outreachers, a faction that has long stood in opposition to the Queen Marasov, has suddenly fallen silent. Their leader, codenamed White Queen, was found dead at the Exile Shore. The diseased encryption communication device and the biological traces left at the scene strongly point to this being a target hit carried out by the agents known as the Crows. Let's see here. Mysterious death extinguishes rising political star. Internal documents indicate the White Queen, whose real name and identity are unknown, establishes the Reef's Outreachers 1 year ago with the goal of contacting civilization on Earth. Within just 6 months, they recruited over 300 Woken and seized the Southern Reef as their stronghold. The rapid expansion has clearly gathered the attention of the Reef's largest power, the isolationists, led by Marosov, who then gave immediate orders to assassinate the White Queen and eliminate the Outreachers. No, one of our sources claims that when the White Queen first appeared, Marosov's orders were to bring her back. Our insider has yet to divulge why such an order has changed to the assassination we've seen unfold. On the day of the incident, the White Queen's body was discovered on the rocks of the northern reaches of Exile's shore. Autopsy reports state a bullet hole was found in the deceased's skull, and investigators found a titanium alloy shell bearing an image of a crow. Iconography associated with the weapons of the Crows. The Woken spy network under Marosov's command at the scene. Investigators revealed to us that within 48 hours of the White Queen's death, they found several members of the Outreachers dead at the Southeastern base. The compromised tactic of the calling the leader and the pulling of the roots is a classic strategy employed by the Crows. Following the White Queen's death, the Outreachers logically should have disbanded or fallen into chaos. But strangely, we have yet to receive any news of key members' movement or conflict within their ranks. And satellites have detected no travel by registered spacecraft. The Outreachers seems to have gone completely silent overnight. See, traces. I followed the coordinates and they brought me back here. Felber's Peak, Solemn sees visitors. The Felwinter Peak seldom sees visitors, with nobody cleaning the wild here. One can still see traces of battle, but time, amusedly fairest of all, had blurred them. Grom sways gently in the air, but didn't say a word. She just silently followed behind me. I found that ship on the cliffside. It remains lying helplessly in the center of the battlefield, covered in bullet holes, dirt, and long-dried bloodstains that made it nothing more than a silent signal. The first bullet path burst out from the mess of the footprints, the shell buried in the nearby dirt. That was the warning shot. Those identical footprints left by uniformed boots dragged and stomped into the earth, hinting at a sudden disrupt formation. They are steady and light, with the center of gravity focused on the forefoot. Steps made in the perfect silence, and the hallmark of the on-duty operatives. The second trace of shots fired was a fallen shell encased in dried, crackled blood. The sand has worn away the insignia on it, leaving only a black wing and a single claw visible. Old pieces of uniforms were curled up in blood, pieces of pitch black armor, shards of silver metal, scraps of crow wing-like cloaks. They had all fallen and rolled in rest alongside the shell casing, like a densely packed series of scars. A pair of foot stood at one of the bullet trail's origins.
Why can't you use
I
your powers
I
to
tried adjusting the point of view until the sets and footprint lined up perfectly. Across the wreckage of the ship before me was a bloodstain trailing downwards, as if dragged. Someone suffered a grave wound, had a collapse in the ground, likely unable to move, and left a dark brown stain in the indication. I stood on my own feet on the footprints and pointed a finger at the indication in a silent standoff until I could hear a muffled, distant gunshot in my ear. All returned to silence again. I looked back at the disturbed earth. Something heavy has fallen here. Grom, knowing what I was thinking, flashed her eye, then she circled around to return my side. I didn't see anyone, she said. By the time I arrived, you were the only one here. I made a slight hum of envelopment and followed the Crimson Trail to lie down and try stretching out my limbs, even though they wouldn't line up perfectly with the bloodstain. Grom floated over and watched as I let my eyes slowly close. Once that call from Deccan sounded again, Hellas would open her eyes once more. Now we have mail. Sender, Donovan 17. Recipient, Hellas. Subject, I assume you need this. I recorded a copy of the transmission you received in the lab and have attached it here. As for the local files, I've already deleted it as it was occupying precious storage space. P.S. I did not view the contents. PPPS. Next time, do not fiddle with my systems. Attachment, transmissions recording MP4. Sender, Hellas. Recipient, Felwinter. Subject, comparison of the recording biometric data. Esteemed Lord Felwinter, as we discussed a few days ago, I explored and compared the recorded faces of Marsov and the White Queen. The biometrics are 100% matched. This means that biometrically speaking, the White Queen is indeed a young Marsov. Yeah, that makes sense. I attached the data. Please help me confirm it. If my findings are correct, then would that imply the White Queen was created as a copy of Marsov, or perhaps she was a part of Marsov's consciousness all along? But who would be capable of acquiring such a thing, unless the Queen herself agreed to it? I feel this mystery is growing larger and larger. Attachment, biometric data. Sender, phone letter. Recipient, Hellas. Subject, blank. Nothing's wrong with the data. Ask Scory, she might know something. Sender, Scory. Recipient, Hellas. Subject to Hellas. I received your request, my dear. Thank you for explaining the time matter so clearly. Actually, I've met a few Outreacher pioneers who came to Earth from the reef over the past few decades, and then made similar claims speaking with me. I was always hesitant to make a decision, though. I was hesitant to make a decision, though, and so I was never able to help them. I admire and respect your courage in making the choice. It's thanks to you that a connection between Earth and the reef has been made possible. I wish to keep the courage burning bright. Just as you hypothesized, a member of the Outreachers once told me, the White Queen is, in fact, a part of Marsov's consciousness. While she ascends to the throne, Marsov's standpoint and whatever that word is, have already seen changes, so she made a copy of her own mind in case she might one day need it. It is because of her worries that she has wavered on matters of the reef's diplomacy. Back then, the Outreacher's core members, unable to contain themselves and desperate, stole that copy of her consciousness and raised it to become the White Queen. They maintain that she is more idealistic Marsov of the past, capable of leading both the reef and Earth into a better future. That is why Marasov is so anxious to get her back. She cannot let that copy of her own mind wander the outside world and further leave her grasp. To ensure the White Queen's safety, the Outreachers spared no effort in covering the tracks once they left Haven.
However I want.
I tried investigating, but to no avail. Mara and her crows will not rest, though. No, Mara and her crows won't rest though, and they may very well start their own investigation with the last person to have contact with the White Queen, that being you, Hellhest. These loose ends will not be tied so simply. You must maintain constant vigilance. I hope this letter could be of help to you. And I don't want the rest, but you know, it's whatever. I also have one more. I have one more of Zhongwei here, even though I still need to get MVP on the strike, and then I need to do that to get everything here. Oh, geez, this is a lot. I need to take a drink of water. Okay. All right. Anyways, improving and learning. Nax says I now have a decent grasp of modern language. He has told me that trying to record my thoughts and experiences may have helped my studies. More than a year has passed since my revival. Aside from combat, everything is new to me. Much changed in this world while I slumbered. Chief among them would be language. There are several people in Salzam who understand Mandarin, but initially a few would understand my speech. Nak told me that while I slept, Mandarin changed. The casual language, in particular, is quite different. Now they speak a simplified tongue. In my turn, a phrase would only be easily understood by those who study ancient texts. Learning this new Mandarin is not overly difficult. The expressions have changed, but the language itself remains. Now, though, I have grown accustomed to it. Interestingly, where the ancient language may have required only a few characters to express one's thoughts, in modern equivalent requires many. How could one call this simplified? A question that once troubled me was weaponry. Swords, spears, those I wielded with effortless mastery. But firearms are entirely new to me. The bullets are packed into a steel-plated box, then a spring pushes them into the barrel. Thanks to gunpowder or elemental force, they can be shot at targets hundreds of paces away. Bows, too, can accomplish this, but with guns, one only needs to move their trigger finger. I have an instinct for warfare. I can discern at a glance which battles can be won and which cannot. Yet I do not know how to wield these firearms to achieve victory. Thus, I must learn. I asked Salzam Military Captain Aska to demonstrate all the guns he could find for me. All guns fire bullets, yet each type is different. Some of them, though, are wielded similarly to the weapons. The weapons I knew. I gradually came to understand the guns. Have not altered war. They have only altered the manner of death. The environment has changed, yet some concepts still hold true. These weapons have less taxing on the body, but they demand greater will and courage. Nak found some military books from later generations that are quite useful. A far more difficult problem than I anticipated is the use of modern tools. To be honest, were it not for Nak's explanations, I might have never have guessed the purpose of these objects. A plain glass tablet capable of storing thousands of books. Glowing boxes one can stand before and talk to people thousands of miles away. And the winged flying machines, letting one see the entire battlefield at once. Only after learning these functions did I realize these tools influence warfare far more profoundly than weapons themselves. My initial unfamiliarity caused me to overlook caused me to overlook them. Mistake. Nak tells me technology we use now is but a tip of the Golden Age iceberg. There is much lost knowledge scattered throughout the world, and in distant lands. People speak different language. I only began my journey through the neural world. Yeah. He's an old one. Mr. Grinch. I got more for Rossi 11 here. Who's actually Durian 5. Let's see here. Not Durian 5, Darius 5.
I'm being watched.
Anyways,
Scan the area for
I need to listen up real quick. Hold on. Wait, where is it? What am I looking for? Guess I'm wrong. Okay, never mind.
Can't you use your powers to help people?
July 25. Saladin said he wanted to hear about my plans for the future, so we went to Viridia again today. We talked for a few hours, during which he invited me to join the Iron Lords, but I refused. I don't have the right to such a title, at least for now. But I told him that I would stay in the Red Sea Rift for a while. When I excused myself, I found a bunch of familiar military men waiting by the door. They were the champions who had defended the city. When they saw my accent, they started calling me my name loudly. There is. They thanked me for serving as their commander in the battle and called me their hero. From the founding city of water till now. It's been nearly 20 years since I last heard someone call me this, be it the name Darius or hero. July 30. Today was my 5th day serving as a doctor in Viridia. I had a special patient, a middle-aged man who was supposed to take my life. The one who brought him here told me that he was now a Recife militia member who had used his drones to help many people. However, those drones went offline this morning. When we found him, he was already gravely injured, with his respirator and AI speaker both damaged. Oh wait, this is the start of his quest, right?
I'll use it however I want.
I think. The outlook was not good. Some fragments of his respirator got lodged into his respiratory tract. He couldn't speak and was struggling even to breathe, but I knew he was awake. He was staring me straight in the eyes as I administered the anesthetic. I guess he didn't want me of all people to save him, but there weren't any other options. Fortunately, the operation went well. After that, I fixed his AI speaker with Marba's help. July 31st. He regained consciousness and said, "Thank you, Dr. Rossi."
Oh, it's so overdone.
Patient 1090. It's been 14 years since the tragedy, and thus 14 years since I put on the mask. More and more people know about the Dr. Rossi now. Marbas told me that we've already healed 1,089 patients. Only one more to reach our goal. 1,090 people. That was the number of residents in the city of water before its downfall. Marbas believes that we can atone for our crimes by treating 1,090 people. Today, we arrived at a new settlement and almost immediately received a child with severe burns all over his body as our patient. The leader of the place told us he lost his home and family in a fire yesterday. He was the sole survivor, and he finally woke up after a whole afternoon on the operating table, though he was not out of the woods yet. The settlement's medical supplies were extremely limited. leaving us no choice but to operate without painkillers. The kids grimaced and cried in agony. Unable to keep watching, Marbus just researched for herbs to ease the pain. However, such plants are rare out here in the Western Asia. We spent 2 hours fighting one herb with slight aesthetic properties. We returned to the settlement only to find that the boy, unable to take the pain any longer, had taken his own life. Perhaps losing our last patient was a message, telling me that my sins can never be forgiven. After we gave the poor kid a proper burial, Marbus suggests that we speak with the Iron Lords and put these dreams to rest. He's right. It is time we face reality. Damn. And I still need to do this, which I need to use Rossi 11 15 more times. And then I'll get the rest of these. Though of course that's probably the next time I'll record probably. But yeah, I could spend these right now if I wanted to. Ooh, mythic choice. Oh, I can get my mythic choice. See here, Tentu or Ningfei. Let me see here. Overlord Arc and Overlord Tremor deal increased 30% damage to the first turret. So, Arc and Tremor. Where are those again? See here, using ability grants the arc dealing arc damage equal to oh, it's supposed to be those up. Yeah, then overload disarray. Down inflicts overload disarray. Second so basically that makes it do more damage. And then for his next one, reduces the recharge time of Twilight Shift by 1 second. When in the corresponding mode, flare energy is full. Sunset or sunrise will be immediately and fully recharged. Yeah, so it's best I do the one for Ningfei. It'll be more beneficial. What the hell's going on here? Ah, whatever. Another for Imiko, I guess. There we go. Well, let me see here. I just want to go ahead and let me see. Not that. I need 3 more of these. Oh, nice. Got another one of these, and I got one of these. I probably have a glow. I already have like a few of these. Nice. Let's see if I can get a glow though. Well, where do I find it? Hey, I got it. I got one. Oh, so these will make the glove this right there. But I got one. Nice. I'll save it later though. I'll save it for later. Save it for later. Ooh, yes, I need that. Oh, but then there's this. Oh, that means I need to get these two, and then I need to get this. Just so I can have an animated, whatever. Hold on. And I only have one left here. Win against players with new exotic cards, whatever that means. I don't know. Okay. Let me see here now. Now we got to go ahead and do this.
More where that came from, please.
There we go. Yeah, there's always gonna have to be this, but I can't. I shouldn't. I need to save that for someone else. Some of that. Yeah, I gotta save all that. We got. Oh, I can't. Okay, I need one more of you. For that. Oh wow, I have not done anything for you at all. Wherever these be good or not, I don't know. I'm not really gonna be using her or anything like that. Oh wait, that level up to 46. Okay, nice. Alright, well anyways, that'll be it for now. Until oh god, we got a delay of whatever. But yeah, anyways, yeah, this will be it for now until either more seasonal story arrives or Giant War comes. We'll see. But that'll be it for now. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to record with Isaias in a few hours or so. But yeah, that'll be about it. I'll just see you next time. So anyways, good day and goodbye. If I can end